Hi everybody. Now I'm going to show us the energy routine that we learned in class, and I'm going to do it in real time, so that way if you want to do it with me for the first however long, then you can, and after that you can mix and match as you please. So the first thing we did was correct or reinforce our polarity, our correct polarity relationship to the earth. So you're going to take a stainless steel spoon and you're going to rub it any which way you like on the bottom of your foot for a good 15 seconds. It can be through socks as well. This is going to be awesome for grounding. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is the 4 thumps. The first thump is on the orbit bone, in line with the pupil, and I just take a few fingers and thump there. You can notice a little percussion going on here. You really want to get a little bit of strength here, but don't hurt yourself. And we always breathe in the nose, and out the mouth. And this stomach meridian also is very grounding. 15-20 seconds each one. Next, K27, feel for the inner bumps of the collarbone and go down and out a little bit. You're going to fall into a dip there. And now I'm really clumping some fingers together and I'm thumping with some vigor. If you feel tenderness, it means you need it. And I'm going to breathe in my nose and out the mouth. And this gets all the energies of all the meridians moving forward. So it really tonifies and balances that entire meridian system, which is an awesome thing to do at the beginning of your day. Next, I'm going to thump right in the middle of my sternum, which kicks in my thymus gland. The thymus is really a big part of our immune system. That's where the T cells are created. So if you feel a cold coming on, this is a really good go-to. And you can do this anytime during the day that you think that you feel something coming on. You can just thump this 10 times a day. Next, we're going to do spleen. It's in line with the nipple on the rib cage, under the chest or breast. This is a really powerful immune booster. This will help you metabolize any foods or medications or supplements you take. It also helps you metabolize things you're learning. So if you have something thorny that you're learning, you're having trouble really taking it in, give spleen the thump. Also great if you feel a cold coming on. Okay, that's our 4 thumps. Next, we're going to get our energies crossing. So the first way is just with a cross crawl, and it's really nice to even swivel the body, anything that encourages that energy to cross. And you can do this also for a good 20 or 30 seconds. It's getting me to do an extra routine today. And the other way to get the homolateral energy crossing, or just encourage our energy to cross, is the shoulder crossover pull. I always forget the exact wording for that. So take a hand and put it on the opposite waist. Put this hand on the shoulder, and with some firmness, drag it down the back of the hand, down the arm, back of the forearm, and off the hand. And you can do that 3, 4, 5 times, whatever feels good to you. And then the other side. Good, nice crossed energy. Okay, the next thing is the Wayne Cook posture. This is really good for getting right and left brain to communicate, and also back and front brain. So anything having to do with, let me get it going, I'll talk to you about it more. Cross one ankle over the opposite leg, cross your hands, grab your foot. And you're going to inhale through the nose, sit up a little straighter, and slide the foot up the thigh just a little bit, not a big stretch. And you're going to do that 4 or 5 times on each side. So if you're having trouble finding your words, if you're trying to read something and understand, and it's not penetrating too well, you have a difficult conversation to have, this is a really good way to get your brain on your side. And then you're going to cross your foot, the opposite foot on the opposite leg, brush your hands, grab it, and the same thing. Always breathing in the nose and out the mouth. Wayne Cook created this for people with dyslexia and stuttering. a lot of what they call left brain syndromes. Trouble reading, that sort of thing. Let go, and then you're going to tense your hands. Put the thumbs at the third eye. Take a nice breath there. Maybe even two. And then you're going to curl your fingers in, come a little closer. And you're going to push in with some depth and pull apart. And you can move that right into your crown pole. I always shake my hands off. So you're going to open up that middle part in the head. If you notice that some parts feel more tender and tight, hang there. You're going to do the back of the head, the back of the neck. And then you're going to hang on the shoulders with a little bit of pressure. Breathe in your nose. And as you exhale, drag it with a little bit of firm pressure and come to cross in front of the heart. Good. Now your brain is open and ready. Okay, next is our hookup. So you're going to put, I usually use the middle finger in the belly button and the other one between the eyebrows, and I'm going to stretch and pull. It's not a little bit easy to say. Stretch and pull the skin up. Hookup really calms the nervous system. It gets that energetic spine going. Central and governing vessels feed all of the other meridians. They also feed all the chakras. This is an awesome go-to if you're feeling anxious. And after the hookup, we do the zip up. So you trace a line starting from the pubic bone, straight up the body, up the head, up and over the head, and out and over. And you can do that several times. If you're doing this to somebody else, you can just do it. You don't have to touch. You can do it in the field above the body, and it'll still work. 3 or 4 times. The last time, come to the lower lip and lock it up. That creates that nice soft boundary. I would consider that your basic routine. Couple of extras that you can kind of stick in there if you need it were the digestive ones. So the first was the belt flow. Putting your hand, wrapping it around one side of the body, and then dragging it, fairly lightly to the other side. 3 or 4 times, and then dragging your hands down and off the opposite leg and foot, and then from the other side. So this is something that if you have digestive things going on, you can add that in the middle of your routine or throw it in the day. The other, I think we reset valves. So take the pinky side of your hand, put them on the inside of your hips and fold your hands down. Press in with your fingers and drag up. I always shake off afterward. Drag up. It resets those sensitive valves between some of the bowels, meaning large and small intestine, large intestine and sigmoid and other colon, rectum, and then smooth down once. And the other things we did a couple of things for triple warmer. So the triple warmer you're going to use if you're feeling stressed, anxious, hypervigilant, those sorts of emotions. So again, you can use these situationally, or you can stick them in your routine if you like. So the smoothie, we rest our face in our hands and take a breath there in and out. And then inhale and stay, and exhale, come to the temples. Take a breath there. Then you're going to inhale your hands up to the top of the ears, exhale them down, and come to rest on the shoulders. Pressing again. Inhale, exhale, come to that same cross position in the heart. This part, when you're going up and behind the ears, you can do that a few times if you like. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, and then end the same way. Other thing is the triple warmer neurovasculars. One is located right at the throat notch here, and the others are at both temples. So you can hold both sides here. I often do this at night if I can't sleep. This is a good go-to for ease and sleep. Although if you do it during the day, you will not get sleepy. It'll just calm you down. It's just an easier one to hold if I'm, feeling unrest at night. And you can hold this for 30 seconds. You can hold it for 5 minutes. You can't do this too long. And you can switch if you want to. Just so you know, you can hold this alone. You can hold this alone. You can hold these together. You can do this in any combo that you want to, okay? And I think the only other thing we did was we held those endorphin points with the hippocampus. I think we did that. Let me check before I give you something that we didn't do. No, instead, now I remember. We did the adrenal points. So you find your belly button, go out an inch and up an inch, and rub with some vigor. This will tonify the adrenal glands, which we know get activated during fight or flight, and they often get really tired. Mine are tender. Means I need it. Yours are tender. It means that too. And the other was the frontal occipital hold. So one hand goes at the occipital ridge, one on the forehead, and you can hold that. This is also another one that you can do at night if you feel like you want help going to sleep. What I sometimes do is just do one hand and put a pillow under my elbow, and then I can just hold that. Also awesome if someone will do that for you. So again, the first section was just probably 5 or 6 minute routine that you can do. This little second section are things that you can add in there. I think the hook up and zip up are really nice ways to end the routine. So if you do some of the triple warmer stuff or some of the digestive stuff, stick it in the middle. And again, my advice is do one full routine at least once a day. And then situationally, you feel a cold coming on, thump your thymus and your spleen. Your digestion's having trouble, throw in throughout your day some bell flows and some valve reset. You're going through a stressful time, through the day, do some smoothies or just calm yourself down. Experiment. Hope you have fun with it. Bye all.